Incoming ECcloud Tutorial. Tutorial number 38. ECcloud Data Visualization. When you log into the ECcloud, you will be navigated to default overview page, where you will see the weather information from site location. Below that you can see the live production data for each sources. Further, you can hide and open the reading table for each sources by clicking on the source names above the graph. The same way you can analyze previous 7 days power production data below the 24-hour data table. The bottom table represents the reading of energy data for the last 7 days, where you can check each source individually for the dates. The default live page has an option where you can pick your view for the live production of the site, where you can see live power and reactive production split between the sources. The executive page gives information about site key numbers on a daily, monthly, yearly, and total basis. The key numbers are calculated on the basis of the various tariffs that are set up in the ECPV2 controller itself. Please refer to tutorial number 9 and 21 for tariff and metric settings. PV curtailed is the unutilized PV energy. When the ECPV2 controller is limiting the power of the PV plant in order to prevent pumping too much PV power into the system, then it is called curtailing the PV power. In case a irradiance sensor is connected to the ECPV2, it can calculate the generating capacity of the PV plant-based sensor reading. If the ECPV2 is asking for less power than the PV plant able to generate, then it is curtailing the PV power and the PV curtailment counter will increment. Please note that the PV curtailed energy counter is only trustworthy if ECPV2 have installed a irradiance sensor. Check the tutorial video number 15 for sensor setting. The PV page provides variety of calculated data which can be filtered from day to year period. History of kW, kVAR, PV generating capacity, target reference, and much more reading can be checked for 24 hours. Revenue, savings, energy produced and other calculations for month and year can be checked for 10 years. The inverter page provides information about the 24-hour history of inverter key data. Which data is available depends on the inverter vendor and model. Consult the Modbus master documentation on Incoming website for details. 24-hour history of all inverters can be checked for variety of data records. Each inverters can be analyzed by clicking on the inverter names. The sensor page provides information about the 24-hour history of the sensor. The data availability depend on the installed sensor model. Sensors can be used for different supported weather parameter monitoring listed on this list. The Genset page provides the view of data for the parameters and reading for this categories on the list. The listed data category reading for emission, fuel saving, energy generating capacity, produced energy, and other Genset related data will be presented under the Genset page. The grid page provides the views below on the list. Same as the other system data presentation. Grid page also bring the data visualization for its reading and calculation. There you have the possibility for different time period selection for different parameter analysis. Load page presents the history of energy consumption, active power, reactive power, apparent power, and power factor data. Further, you can get the consumption reading for different period of selection. The meters page holds 24-hour history graphs of the power meters records. This is being for both Genset, grid, and PV sensing. Data available for active power, reactive power, meter missing status, which is for communication supervision. The log page displays the event logs generated in the controller. Finally, the weather page bring the weather records. Thank you for watching the video. This video presented by Inkumi. For more information please visit our website www.mcomb.com.